Greetings, carbon-based life forms. I'm back. Today is a better day than yesterday. Yeah, it sure as hell is, Got the grades back, doing well. I am performing at maximum academic proficiency, which means that my parents will permit me to live in the house and eat food. So that's good. That's very good. And T-minus under 20 days until I return to my homeland, which is disclosed. But the meaning of today's conversation is to converse about this wicked-ass experience I had last night. And no, it was not a wet dream. Thank you very much. It was an incredible meditation, and I was like, I'm not even hyperbolizing this for the sake of whatever the fuck I'm doing right here, talking to this phone, but it was immensely unique, and the overview is that I got myself to be able to, I was sitting on the edge of a river, and I could feel, like, the ground beneath me. I could feel it. And I was sitting crisscross applesauce. Well, maybe one leg out because I got a bad hip. But I was sitting crisscross applesauce, and I was just, watching the river. And, I could hear the water. I could see the water. I could see the water move. And the way water moved. And, it was really authentic. I could see the tree line. And I could hear, the leaves moving. And I could see the sky. I could see the light bounce off everything. And feel the breeze. And it was really, really unique. But, the thing that really kicked my ass was, this was just completely off of tangent. I wasn't thinking about anything. I wasn't doing anything consciously. This was a movie created in my head, if you know what I'm trying to say. My consciousness took me on this journey rather than me thinking to take me on this journey, if that makes any sense. Well, I imagine it doesn't, because I'm a confusing piece of shit. But later on, I sat there for a very long time in my dream or what have you, but this part is really weird. I remember having the urge to get up. I had the urge to get up, and I turned around and I could see, the path carved out for me. And it was drawn to it, I was immediately began walking slowly, and I could feel, the crunch of the earth under my feet, and it was just fucking crazy, in my toes and all that, and just walking this path, and it's just beyond me to even recollect. But I was I got to a spot, a little clearing, and I saw 6 individuals, right? And I could see that they were me. I saw myself. I saw a version of myself that looked identical to this point in time in my life. But around that, I saw, a version of younger me, a version of, baby me, and a version of young adult me, and a version of adult, and, it was, I literally, and, they say that you can't formulate a face that you haven't seen, right? I'm pretty sure that relates to science. I hope it does, but, I could see the facial structure of, what I imagine, I don't know how I could know, but what I imagine myself to be in the future as a young adult and an adult. And it was absolutely incredible because I was I was completely shocked by it, but I proceeded to walk up to them and circle them, and they were lifeless. They were mere shells of me, but I walked around them and just looked at them, and they were. And it was just mind-blowing. All of this was just I guess the word would be subconscious, because I wasn't intentionally doing so. But it was just it was an absolute treat. It was an absolute treat to be able to just, escape, because I was having a shit day. Or no, I was having a shit day. A lot of things from the outside happened, and I viewed them incorrectly. I viewed them as, whatever it have been. That the world was collapsing and that everything was gonna go to shit, but in reality it was, everything, to everything there's a season. It moves on, and it's never, a life-changing ordeal, hopefully not, besides a few times. Even then, you make it through it, you live. And, but yeah, I really hope to, have another experience along these lines, because it was one of the most amazing things I've had. I didn't have to go anywhere, I didn't have to do anything special besides, concentrate on my breath for, if 10 minutes, if that. And I was in a really good state. It was pitch black around me, I was breathing. And I was just letting all of the stress go, and just breath by breath, just breathing in the cool air, as the teachings always say, or whatever things you find on the internet. Or the guy, the dude at our school who, projected upon me. But you breathe in the cool air, the life full air around you, and you get that in your lungs. And we are hot human beings. We have to be at 98 degrees to even fucking function. Like, that's mind blowing. And then you blow the air out. It's like, I always picture it as steam. I picture all the stress as steam, and I just imagine myself blowing smoke out. Just that's generated by my body, and I just picture all of that stress just leaving my body. And then eventually I was just taken away, and it was a really, really cool experience. I'm glad I could share it with you. Don't think I am for 1 second any sort of qualified meditation person, because I literally just have really bad ADD probably, and I use it to help me cope with my anxiety, my whatever these people are yelling at me to do. And it helps me, most importantly, become more in touch with how I interact with the world. I get to see myself interacting with the world, and that's a very special thing. That's a very valuable thing, going through life, or at least I think so. So I appreciate anybody who withstanded the 7 minutes and however many seconds I was talking, because I know I get really goddamn annoying. But yeah, I hope anybody enjoyed it. Maybe I connected with you. And yeah, thank you. I'll talk to you as soon as I can. Bye-bye.